Anyway, joining us now, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is here. You know, what really frustrates me in all of this, they lied about the border being closed, and they said it over and over again. Anywhere between 10 and 20 million unvetted illegals in the country, known terrorists, murderers, rapists, cartel members, et cetera. And they let them in, and I asked the question, why does this keep happening? And they keep dehumanizing ICE agents and calling them Nazis and fascists. And now we've got the Master ICE Tracker, which is basically an effort to inform illegals ICE is coming to your house right now, removing the element of surprise, and as far as I'm concerned, putting a bullseye right on the forehead of those agents. Tell us what we can do.
Well, listen, first off, I think it's important to look at Democrats. They put illegal immigrants over Americans. You just showed that horrific car crash, Sean. That was an illegal who Gavin Newsom issued a driver's license to, contrary to my law, contrary to my rule. Or you have Democrats who are willing to put health care benefits for illegals above the interests of the American people. You'll hurt Americans all for illegals. Or you have ICE agents out there, to your point. You will abuse them, spit on them, punch them, have this tracker to find them, to protect illegal immigrants from staying in the country. And by the way, these aren't always the best and brightest. These are criminals that these left-wing nut jobs are protecting. And again, Donald Trump said, we are going to put America first. He told America that. He told the cabinet, we are going to do everything we can to protect Americans. And that's with ICE. That's with DOT rules protecting drivers on the road from illegals. But when you have guys like Gavin Newsom, who won't follow the most simple rules to protect the safety and lives of his citizens, it truly becomes sick and perverted. And it begs the question, when is California going to revolt? To say you got to put us first, as opposed to these illegals who come in the country and want to drive. They can't understand our language. They can't read road signs. And by the way, people then die when we have ferry crashes like you just showed.
They let them come in. They give them sanctuary status. Then they give them taxpayer-funded benefits, you know, access to the educational system, Medi-Cal, healthcare system. Again, you wonder why they're running deficits out there with the highest taxes in the country. Okay, that's probably one of the reasons why. Then they aid and abet in the process of what? If they allow the Master Tracker, they're aiding and abetting hiding from law enforcement, putting law enforcement at risk. What else besides defunding these states is available to you to prevent more of this from happening? How is that not aiding and abetting?
Specifically in regard to our rules, I already took $40 million from the state of California. I'm doing a quick review of their lack of compliance for our rules. I have the ability, and I'm going to pull almost another $160 million. And then I have the ability for California to say, listen, you don't follow any of these rules that keep Americans safe, we're going to revoke your ability to issue a commercial driver's license. We have to use every tool in the toolbox to fight back and push back. But Donald Trump has said this many times, we have to find the funding. Who's supporting, who's funding all of these organizations with the ICE Tracker, with these protests? We should know what radical left-wing billionaires are funneling this radicalism on our streets. And again, not keeping basic Americans straight. And if you don't think that the American people believe in what Donald Trump is doing, we had an election. He won the popular vote. He won the 7 key swing states. America wants us to make sure we get illegals out of the country. And you do that by way of ICE and aggressive action. But Kristi Noem, kudos to her. She has been relentless in her effort, regardless of what her agents are being thrown. They're going into the hardest places, whether L.A. or Chicago or New York, and they're arresting the bad people that are hurting American citizens. And that's what our country voted for with President Trump.
I am sorry. If they keep up the rhetoric, the dehumanizing impact on agents, there's going to be a tragedy. We saw what happened in Dallas. You know, that's a preview of coming attractions. I pray to God I'm wrong. I know I'm not. And you keep giving commercial driver's licenses like the guy in Florida, couldn't read English, couldn't read road signs. More people are going to die. Give you the last word.
So, Sean, I'm going to just take air traffic control. You know I'm short by 2,000 or 3,000 air traffic controllers. I'm losing people going into our schools to get trained up to make up that difference so we don't have delays and cancellations. And because of the shutdown, it's causing an impact, a true impact on the pipeline of new controllers that come in and fix the airspace that, frankly, all Americans agree has to be done. And again, putting illegals ahead of Americans it's safe travel, but our timely travel.
All right, Secretary Duffy, great job. Appreciate you being here tonight.